Well, the DCU slate's here, so let's get into it. God damn, I've been waiting all month for this, and it comes out on the last damn day. Oh well, let's just do this. And to start off with the obvious, the first movie of this new DC reboot is, of course, the Superman movie that he is writing, which has now got a name called Superman Legacy, based off the comic book, which I personally haven't read, but I've heard it's good, so yeah, hey, that's good. The next movie we got is a movie called The Authority, which most of you definitely won't know, because they're not very obscure, but they're decently obscure group of characters in the comics, which that's what the movie's for, to make obscure characters more in the public eye, which James Gunn is great at. I bet you no one knew Peacemaker, or Rocket Raccoon, or Groot or Star-Lord were before Guardians of the Galaxy and Peacemaker, so hopefully they become known. It's pretty cool. Now, this is huge. Next up, we got a new Batman movie, which is called Batman Brave and the Bold, and will also star Damian Wayne Robin. Finally, we get to see Robin on the big screen again. Finally, hopefully they don't mess him up like a certain movie I know. Not naming any names, but hopefully they could do Robin justice and we could finally get a Robin on screen. And not only just a Robin, but Damian Wayne. It'll be sick. Can't wait to see the new Batman movie. Excited for this one. By the way, The Brave and the Bold is named after the Grant Morrison comic book run. It's not named after the TV show, okay? Also, James basically confirms the Bat family will grow here, so that's actually amazing. Can't wait to see Nightwing, Batgirl, everyone. Gonna be sick. Alright, we also got a Supergirl movie, which is also based off another comic run. Of course, they're comic book movies, but yeah, so cool. Supergirl's getting a movie too. Sick. That should be good. Now, we talk about our final movie of the slate, which is actually really exciting. It's a Swamp Thing movie. That's also going to be a horror movie. A horror Swamp Thing movie. That sounds amazing. Oh, that's so exciting, because Swamp Thing, well, did have his own show, but it got cancelled so early, so I can't wait to see him get done with justice. I really hope this will be good. It's going to be a horror Swamp Thing movie. That's just awesome, man. I can't wait for that. Now, let me just clarify that James did indeed say that this isn't, of course, the full slate. There's only parts of it. There's a lot more to this phase 1 that hasn't been revealed. So, yeah. This is just some of the things that are in this phase. Or should I say chapter, as James called this a chapter. And the name of this chapter is actually called Gods and Monsters, which is a sick name. Very exciting. I love that. I love how it's chapters. That's very cool. Very nice. But now we got some TV shows to talk about, which is always exciting. Now this first one is actually an animated show, and it's called Creature Commandos. James really loves his obscure characters, which of course I'm loving that he's doing the obscure characters because this will get him more famed and known, which of course I've already said that he's great at, so this is exciting. And he also said that the people who are voicing them will also be the live actors for them, so that's very cool. So basically their voice in the live action movies will be the same as them in the shows, and that also confirms that they will be transitioning out of animation into live action as well. Very cool to see. Now that leads us to Waller. I'm pretty sure majority of the people watching right now, if you watch DC, know who Waller is. You know, she basically created the Suicide Squad, bosses them around, etc., etc. And he basically confirms that the same actress is returning, and that some of the actors from Peacemaker are returning, and she's teaming up with them for this show. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I hope it's good. It's cool to see that the Peacemaker characters are returning. I hope Peacemaker himself can return. And I hope John Cena's still playing him. Same goes to Vigilante. I really want Vigilante to return. But either way, sounds pretty interesting. Now, this one wasn't surprising to me, as James already confirmed that this was still in production. And it's been in production for almost a decade. It is a Green Lantern show. Well, Morley Lanterns show, as it is called. Lanterns, and it's about the Green Lantern Corps. But it mainly focuses on my two favorite Green Lanterns, Hal Jordan and John Stewart, which is very exciting to see. I hope they can do Hal some justice, and I hope they can deliver John Stewart very well, because this is his first appearance in live action. So, this has been in the making for next to 10 years. The first movie wasn't really that great. It wasn't the best. I think it is a bit overhated, but it isn't that good. But yeah, hopefully this is great. I'm very excited for this, and I hope they pull it off, because if this show is bad, that would be so annoying. Now, this one is very interesting to me. It is called Paradise Lost, which is about Paradise Island, Themyscira from, well, Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman franchise in comics, and of course, you would know from movies, and it's where Wonder Woman was born. But this series is actually a prequel, and Wonder Woman hasn't been born yet. So, wow. James also says that this series will be like Game of Thrones, which is, I know, one of the co-hosts, Underman, would appreciate, because I know he likes Game of Thrones. So, yeah, Diana won't be in this because she's not born, and it'll be very interesting to see. Yeah, especially if it's Game of Thrones like. Awesome. Now, as the last piece of film, media, property that was revealed here that I'm going to talk about is very exciting. It's a show about Booster Gold, which I couldn't be more happy about. I love Booster Gold, and I really hope this pulls off making him more known and famous, because Booster deserves it. He's a great character. He's so funny, he's so interesting, and I hope he becomes more known, but I hope they do him justice, and I hope they do him good, because it's easy to make him more like a Deadpool-type character, and he's just not like Deadpool, so... But I could definitely see them going that way, and I don't want him to, because Booster's a great character on his own. He doesn't need to be like others. He's great, and I hope he gets known for himself and in his great ways. And overall, he's just great, and I can't wait for this TV show about Booster Gold. Hell yeah, he deserves it. Now, I'm just going to talk about some other details that was revealed here that wasn't about, film. So basically, it's confirmed that The Flash will be completely resetting the DC universe, which I kind of expected, because Flashpoint, in an actual proper timeline-wise, you wouldn't expect the first Flash movie to be about Flashpoint, but now it makes sense because they're going into the new DC reboot, but I don't think they were planning on doing that before, so I don't know if the first Flash movie was planned to be Flashpoint, which is pretty stupid. But basically, if you don't know what Flashpoint is Barry tried to go back in time to save his mother, and in him doing it, it messed up the universe, changed a bunch of things, like how Thomas Wayne was Batman instead of Bruce himself, which was awesome, and a bunch of others, how Atlantis and the Amazons were at war. So much differences. So, yeah, it turns out this will be a Flashpoint-type movie, and it will indeed reset the DC universe, which I kind of expected, and I hope The Flash is good, even though the main actor is a bit of a crazy. And also, James specifically says that outside universe stories like the Batman and the Joker and Teen Titans Go, those examples here listed, are now specifically labeled as DC Elseworlds, meaning they're not in the main DC cinematic timeline. So that's pretty cool, actually. I like that. That is pretty cool. It will help viewers a lot. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Especially with having games animation. Also, apparently Shazam leads into The Flash. So that's interesting as well. So that about does it for what James Gunn revealed. And I am very satisfied, honestly. I'm kind of satisfied. At first, I was a bit tired when I heard, so I wasn't really, that satisfied. But now that I think about it, yeah, I am satisfied. And of course, now knowing that there's going to be more in there as well. Can't wait to see what James and Peter does. So yeah, very exciting. I very, very much love the reveals they did here. Can't wait for every single project that was listed here, and I hope James and Peter are successful, and I hope this new DC universe is great and is successful as well. So yeah, was worth the wait. Was a long wait, but still worth it. Thank you, James and Peter, and I hope this new DC universe is great. Thank you, and thanks for watching.